Hi everyone. The importance of marketing. Today's our session is going to have a very important thing because interesting topic called importance of marketing. So in this lesson, we are going to the main objective of this lesson is you can see the and understand the importance of marketing. So we talk about in the previous session about the market research. You can see now this session is mainly talking about the importance, what is the advantages of marketing. So it's like satisfying customer needs, like building customer relationships, keeping customer loyal, market orientation, product orientation, market share, and analysis, and the niche market, mass market. So these things we are going to discuss today. And also we're going to understand how the business respond to those changes in the market, like changing their customer needs, changing consumer spending patterns, and increase those things. So mainly, market research is it's a kind of a is an important topic that we discuss. So today we are going to talk about the importance of marketing, how to satisfy the main advantage of marketing to a business, and how they respond in different scenarios. You can see most of the business actually quite actually I can see company, operating competitive market. Customers will only buy product if they meet their needs, and also can fairly price, are conveniently located, and are brought to their attention. So these are the main thing actually. The marketing operating competitive markets. And then always in a competitive market, in order to survival, marketing is really important because the marketing creates you some kind of value addition to the business organization. It highlights you out of the like a competition is giving some kind of competitive advantage for you in business world. So let's talk about this business organization of Hassan. Aftab Hassan owns restaurants in serving Indian cuisines, and then the business is very successful, and it's almost impossible to get a table at a weekend and without a booking in advance. Some restaurants are there. It's really important. Sometimes very high customer loyalty, high customer demand is there in some weekends. So success of this reasonable price, high quality food served in the restaurant, and the excellent customer service provided by the Hassans and his family. About 80% of the Hassans customers are regular customers. And Aftab says, I'm lucky to have a successful business, and also, but I have worked very hard to build a relationship with my customers. I treated them all like my personal friends. So that means the good relationship with the customer is really important. We can see that's why most of them are regular customers. And then I'm lucky to have a successful business, but and they were building the customer relationship, so they treat it like their friends. It's a good strategy actually. If you like your customers, if you like your friends, the same thing. Friends, your friends and your customers also treat you like the same. I cater for their business needs, and also whatever the cost, it's all about satisfying customer needs. For example, my normal opening hours are from 5:30 to 10:30, but every Thursday night I stay open until 2 a.m. And I have about 12 customers that finish their night shift in a local factory that I came straight here after for something to eat. Some customers are there, regular customers, they are coming straight after their night shift to have their breakfast. So like that, you can see they're talking about their customer base also. And because these 12 customers always what happen, they are regular because the early morning there's no shop opening, so you have to open up a little bit early, like around maybe like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. After finishing their night shift, they're coming to have some food, having some breakfast with their friends. And also, it's another one example. And also, the morning, look at the opening hours of the shop. Normal opening hours like 5:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Right? Normal opening hours, and then but every night, for example, early morning should be 5:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. But every Thursday I stay until open until 2 a.m. That means like in the early morning, right? So they are opening till 2 a.m. on the Thursday nights. And then they are doing this business again. So they have been coming for 11 years. So 11 years, well-established business organization. That's what we can understand here. 11 years of success, 11 years of excellence. So that is like for survival for 11 years is not very easy task. In order to survive like a food industry, you have to be unique and you have to provide a good business. Food and everything, quality, hygiene, everything is really important for survival. This sort of customer loyalty is typical of what we have here, right? So why is Hassan successful business? Why Hassan is a successful businessman? After I have worked very hard to build a relation with my customers. You can see this case, the relationship with the customers is really important for him, prominent for him. Why? That's why, because customers are and some of the customers are coming, loyalty is there, and sometimes during the weekend it's very difficult to find a table in that Indian restaurant. That's why you can see, and also 11 years success story. We can talk about the application point more. 11 years they survive nicely. So that's a you can see the customer satisfaction and the you can see the established business. So these are the main application and example that we can say his business is very successful. Right. After I've said I work hard to build a relationship with my customer. What is meant by this? Customer relationship means like a building the trust between them and making some kind of a customer like make a communication method between customer and you. Sometimes as a customer, you should know their customers' taste and preferences, what they exactly like to have in the breakfast, what they like to have with their dinner. Like that, sometimes they know their name. Sometimes you call it from their name. Sometimes just smiling, just that's also a small treat that you can give from the business side. Smile, and you can see the sometimes night opening hours, and also you can see the listening to their conversations, and also like mainly having kind of like a customer good making good reputation. Sometimes some people are there, they make some kind of database of their customers, like such as birthdays, and sometimes they're wishing them on their birthdays, sometimes their anniversaries, and so many things. This is mean like you are going closer to the customers as a businessman, as a business partner, then they will never forget about you. Describe the benefit of hustles of having loyal customers. Definitely, high loyalty means high repeat purchase. High repeat purchase means high revenue and income will come to the business. High income means high profitability. High profit means the growth rate will be and the success will be there. So that's why like a cyclical chain, like a dominoes effect will be there. You can see this always start with the customer. So always start. If your customers like you, then they will come again and again. We call repeat purchase. And the repeat purchase will high, then you can see the next effect will be the increase in sales revenue, and increasing sales revenue will be the next domino effect will be increasing profit margin, profitability, and increasing profitability means then you can do more business expansion and research and development. As a result of that, you can see you are a successful person, and the business will have a growth and potential and successful at the end. You can have nice profit share with the businessman, right? Okay, by looking at these figures and things, by looking at these things, you can see find out like mainly the is really important. The goods and services are sold in the market. So here, when talk about the importance of marketing, we should know what is a market. So market is a set of arrangement where buyers and sellers. It's a field. It's like a pitch where buyers and sellers are playing. So it's a kind of, we can say it's a physical location. It's an online location. Whatever it is, it should be any platform that they can meet together and they can discuss something, they can negotiate, and they can execute some order. That's called the market. So it can be not always physical. Nowadays, because of the transactions always happening online, even the internet also, we can treat as a market called market space. So the definition, the vocabulary in the textbook, you can see the set of arrangement that allow buyers and sellers to communicate and trade in goods and services. So you can see goods and services are sold in market. There are several markets are there. You can see consumer good market where you can buy like cosmetics, the furniture, magazines, and everything. And also there are market for services like service market where you go for a salon, a bank, a gym, like your fit, like everything. When cleaning services, even like household, like logistics, taxi services. That's another service market. And restaurants also categories coming under service market, and also housing market like real estate, sell properties, apartments, lands, right, rented houses, everything comes under housing market. This is another platform. Another kind of market is a commodity market where raw materials are we are going to sell, like oil market, copper market, wheat market, coffee market, everything. So it's mainly commodities that we're using in the wholesale market that we call the commodity market. So I think you get an idea about what is mean by the market is any kind of a platform where buyers and sellers interact. So after that, we're talking about the most important definition today, marketing definition. Marketing is where the range of activities that help businesses sell its products. Right. So marketing is normally we can see the vocabulary definition. You can see definition of marketing is a management process involved in identifying, anticipating, and satisfying consumer requirements profitably. This is definition from the American Association of Marketing. So it's very easy to understand. You can have I can tell you one trick to actually memorize this definition. You can see the key terms of the definition. You can see identification or identifying. We can get the word I from here, and then anticipating. We can get the letter A from here, and other keyword, and satisfying consumer requirement, we can get the word S from here. So there are key three letters are there, IAS, identification or identifying, anticipation, and satisfying. IAS is a managerial process of IAS, identification, anticipating, and satisfying what consumer needs and wants, consumer requirements profitably. By doing like this, you can easily memorize in the go to examinations. If some defined questions are there, the definitions are really important. This is organizations when you're writing business papers, and even sometimes you can use the econ definition in business papers, but business definition sometimes not valid for econ papers. But business studies, when you're talking about the marketing definition, this is the approved definition by the International Association of Marketing, and also Edexcel, Cambridge, everywhere. This is a valid definition for marketing management. That's why they call it a management process. So managerial process, management is involved of IAS, identifying. That's why we talk about the market research in my previous lesson. Identification, that's why identify the customer requirements from the market research, doing primary and secondary. And also we talk about anticipating and satisfying customer. What is anticipate? Anticipating means you are expecting, you are predicting, you are forecasting. Like sales forecasting comes on the anticipating one. And also the third session called satisfying consumer requirements. The satisfying means you have to treat them very well. You have to fulfill their requirements, needs, and wants by giving a good product, good and services with profitably. And you can see this is a nice and simple definition. This is very important. You can easily in this session, if someone watching this video, you can easily memorize this definition. It's a very easy definition. IAS, management process of IAS. I again repeat: I for identification, A for anticipating, S for satisfying customer requirements profitably. All right. Now you can see marketing. Some people, when asked about marketing, general idea in the community, the normal people, the people who doesn't know anything about the business or economics or nothing, he's thinking, marketing is selling, marketing means promotion, it's advertising. Always I'm watching advertisement from television. Also, we are always there are pop-up advertisement, everything. They are thinking they narrow down this entire management process into like a small word called selling. Small word of selling. It is not actually what I want to say. What I want to explain, my dear students, it's actually not like only selling. It's more than that. It's more than the selling. It's more than promotion. So actually, marketing involves identification. You do researching and all. After researching, then we can identify what they expect from us. What is the market demand for? What is reason down the people actually expected from the people, from the businessmen. And then after they engage the designing process. In the designing process, sometimes marketing managers can give ideas to the production department to design like this: the features, the colors, the sizes, the flavors, everything. Then you can the specifications for the product, the designing you can do. You can help in that extent for the production management, the research and development team. The marketing management is important. After the research finding, they can give those information, they can give those strategies to the production. And also thirdly, understand the threat from the competitors. That's another thing, because information collection is really important. Marketing always involve looking outside the organization. Internal affairs are very limited for marketing managers, but external, mainly they have to always concern about the market. When new customer come, when the new competitor comes to the market, they should quickly go and allow to the stakeholders, their owners, okay, this is happening right now. A new competitor is coming to enter into in this country. Okay, now there's a new player in the market. We are going to lose. You have to give some alert, a warning, well in advance, right? So like that, these things, understand threat from the competitors. That's really important, and also not from the potential entrants, even from the current entrants, even from the current competitors. We call rival businesses. That is really important to know. We have to always research what are the things they are doing right now. What are the new products they are going to develop? What are new products they launched this year? What is their pricing strategy? What is their product introduction? What is their distribution channels? What are the promotion channels? Everything you have to analyze. So you have to analyze your competitors. So competitor analysis is one of the main component and main duty of the marketing department. So this is the third one. And the fourth one, telling customers about the product. This telling customers mean, you can see a nice word for this called promotion, a shout out, promotion. Promotion means kind of, we can use above the line promotion, we can use a below the line promotion. Like we can use several things, use the media, use a like a non like a limited publicity we can use, such as below the line promotion method, like giving posters and handbills and sometimes cutouts and everything. Sometimes word of mouth marketing. We can use something like sales promotion techniques are below the line promotion, and also charging the right price. That's also important. Marketing manager influencing, because after researching about the market and their competitors, marketing manager must be able to actually provide the correct pricing strategy for the organization. We have another lesson called pricing strategy. There we are going to talk about those pricing strategies such as psychological pricing, premium pricing, cost plus pricing, skimming pricing, penetration pricing, such as very important, and also destroyer pricing, such as we are talking all that pricing strategies there. How to correct the correct price in different market, in different dynamic market, changing market, time to time you have to change the pricing strategy. So there's a lesson called pricing option under marketing mix. So pricing is a very good important weapon of marketing manager. And the one before last is a persuading customers. That's another thing called the promotion, persuading customers to buy products. Sometimes you can use some advertising. The marketing managers, they can use the sometimes famous celebrities like cricketers and the basketball players and the sometimes actors, celebrities and famous people to actually convince the other people to buy their product, to persuade other customers to buy their product. We're talking about this advertising, the different example lifestyle advertising, and then like a different like a brand this one advertising, and also like different jingles and slogans, and persuading customers. How different, what are the different persuasion methods, like attraction or promotion, like encouraging methods to buy their product. Finally, you can see marketing, making products available in convenient location, or sometimes we call this the place mix of the marketing. The marketing manager will be able to actually give the products available throughout the country and everywhere, whatever they want to have a target market. The target market or market segment, you must be able to exploit that market, must be able to give it to every customer, every single customer who expected this product. That's we call the distribution channel. So we can use such as wholesalers, retailers, we can use supermarkets, we can use independent retailers, mobile retailers. Directly, we can directly supply to customers. Sometimes online businesses such as Amazon, eBay, AliExpress, they are using this kind of courier service that the customers can directly contact their website without using any intermediary. They can directly they can give the product to the customer hands. Like that, these are the techniques we are talking in this in coming lessons. So these are the main things coming under marketing. So we can see, guys. So marketing management is something identification, anticipating, and satisfying consumer requirements profitably. So it's not all selling. It's all not only about selling. Don't narrow down the marketing concept into the only selling. There are so many other things are happening. So if there are questions come like, okay, analyze the importance of marketing. So what are things comes under marketing, or discuss the marketing or evaluation questions, whatever the importance of marketing. So you can talk about marketing is just beyond the selling. There are so many activities are going on. So you must be able to explain. The one of the most important thing that you're talking here today is satisfying consumer. Customer satisfaction is the most important thing. Sometimes we call, according to like Mahatma Gandhi, the Indian like a godfather of India. So he says the customer is the king. Customer is the king. So we are depending on customers. Business depends on customers, and customers are not depends on business. If customers are not there, there is no business can't exist. So it's always customer is the number one. Right, but according to Jack Ma, the famous person like Jack Ma, the owner of the Alibaba, according to his saying, you can see, he says the happy employee makes happy customers. So if we want to get a customer satisfaction, we should first of all treat our employees first. That's another philosophy. That's the Chinese people's philosophy. They work in especially Alibaba, Jack Ma's philosophy, happy employees, happy customers. So they're giving more priority for the employee welfare. And then only they think about, okay, when the employees are happy, they give a better service, they offer better service to their clients. Therefore, first thing you must think about the happiness of the motivation of the employees, and they will think about the happiness of the customers. But mainly at the end, the customer satisfaction is the main objective of any business organization. This is a non-financial benefit, non-financial objective. So most of the business, they want to earn money, the profitability. But other than profit, there are other motives such as customer satisfaction, employee welfare, personal satisfaction, all that thing. So customer satisfaction, we can see, this means that they have to produce goods and offer services that customers are prepared to buy. Business identify customer needs by carrying out market research. And this lesson we talk about market research on the previous session, right? The business gather reliable information from customers from questionnaires and focus groups and all techniques, and they may be able to identify their needs and wants, and after that they can accurately design product to meet these needs, and also they are more likely to be successful. If possible, business need to anticipate customer need. Let's go anticipation part. Sometimes customers can't tell what they want, but you have to anticipate. Okay, if you want to go to hotel, sometimes you customers anticipate must having a bathtub or jacuzzi. So organizations like the hotel, sometimes they anticipate those needs and they must be fitted those things in the room. Sometimes imagine customer want to have some kind of, let's say, hot water in the right in the bathroom. Sometimes they can't say, they don't expect, but they hotel anticipate these things. They are suggesting, they are thinking, okay, they are guessing, okay, customers might like this to have this facility. Customers might like to have a satellite TV inside the room. Customers might like to have kind of like a nice view for their bedroom. So like these things, air condition, the basic things, more than the expectancy, so augmented product they want to give sometimes like a potential product, something like a more than the customer expectation. That's called winning the customer's heart. If you give something more than the expected, that is called the how you win the customer's heart from that way. If you give something more, something value-added services, more like than they expected. If the customer expected 10, if you give 20 for them, at least 15, at least 12, that means customers are satisfied. But if customer expecting 10, and if you are giving 8 or 9 or at least a 7, then what happens? That call customers are not satisfied. They expect 10 from you, and you have to give at least 12, at least 11, not the 9 or not the 8. So always keep in mind at least 10 should not be break even. That's a minimum level. Must be if customers expecting 10. I mean 10 means I'm a range. I'm taking kind of like a like a marks. If you give customer satisfaction, if you give a scale like a 1 to 10, right? Or you can give some scale to like a some number. Must actually you must what's the meaning of this? You have to match the customer needs and expectations, right? If possible, business have to anticipate the needs. This means they try to convince, they predict the customers want in advance and respond to those changes very quickly. Businesses operate in a changing competitive market environment we call dynamic environment, and have to keep up with the latest design trends and fashions and technology. Okay, because this is a very important thing for your life and for the future. I think if you're doing a business in future, or if you're engaging in a corporate world in future, whatever it is, you have to deal with the customers, because customers are the key to success. Whatever the profession you do, there are customers. Even if you're a doctor, the patients are your customers. If you're a lawyer, your clients is your customers. If you're a teacher, students is your customers. Like that, always everywhere there are customers. So building relationship means business may try to build relationship with their customers. This means that they try to establish a bond with them. The bond, that the word you have to figure it out, the bond with them with the effective communication, and do everything possible to meet their needs. So business can adopt a number of practices. We'll see this thing. What are the business practices actually are following in order to build this customer relationship? Look at this chart, look at this diagram. You can see, starting here, say thank you. Say thank you. So that's a small thing that you can say to the customers at the end. Is actually not, you are not losing any money by saying this. Say thank you at the end. Thank you for coming. Thank you for having this time with you. Right? Thank you for purchasing from us. Thank you for visiting for us. Say thank you. That's nice. And also KYC, know your customers. Know your customer. That's why some organization in the beginning, when the customer registration, sometimes they're asking at least what's your date of birth. They have that in the system. Sometimes now they automatically they are sending some messages, SMSs for you. Okay, happy birthday in the early morning from this Toyota Lanka team. Happy birthday from this one. Even myself, I think you might get some messages from me recently if you have celebrated your birthday. In my database, I have all of your birthdays I have saved. So I know every day, early morning, I know who's celebrating birthday today, and I'm sending that messages. That's my style, because I know your birthdays. That means I know your customers, kind of making relationship with us. All my students, because in my experience, more than 10 years of experience in teaching, I have that relationship with over 1,000 and 2,000 students. And also all there, sometimes everyone's contact list I don't have, but I know all the students right now I'm teaching and their information and their details and their birthdays. At least I'm sending just a simple messages, right? Happy birthday to you. So they will feel very happy. I know you also feel happy. Sometimes you also thank me. You also sometimes wondering, sir, how do you know my birthday? That's it, because that's a relationship. And also connect regularly. Sometimes just they have some platforms are there to meet, like a Google Classroom, Zoom sessions, and the WhatsApp group, and emails and everything. So many things are there. We can say hello to each other. We can give telephone calls, and building trust. That's really important as a business to build a trust. Always give the quality product. Always give the quality material. Always give the quality output to the customers and build the trust with them. And also take complaints very seriously. Very seriously, we have to complain. For example, customers thinking, okay, if you can make some small complaint about for washrooms, imagine they say there's a washroom, there's a leakage in washroom. Sometimes, the hot water system not working. You take it thoroughly, and sometimes unhappy customers can sometimes go out, and sometimes they can blast it out about that services in your website. So that's why you have to be very careful about these complaints, even small complaint. This might be they can take an out this world, and sometimes they can have a negative comment on the TripAdvisor or Agoda or somewhere else about your hotel, about your business, whatever. So that customer complaints are really important. Even small complaint, take it seriously and attain that and try to fix it. That's the important thing. And also personalized communication, right? Have a communication, have a good discussion with them. Personalized communication. Sometimes you can talk like, some people like to call from their name, right? Hi David, hi Malcolm, hi Jonathan, like that. But some students they like to actually call from their surname, right? Hi Mr. Smith, hi Mr. Silva, hi Mr. Fernando. Some people might like to call from their right, and like different. Use the personalized communication. Then you can have a good understanding about them. Sometimes they like enjoy your the vacation or whatever your meal or whatever the service they come for your place. Sometimes they like to come again and again. That's the secret of making a good relationship. Another thing is keeping customer loyalty. If you want to retain your customers, because it's like a long-term survival, most important thing, how to retain your customers. Customer retention, you can see that is important for you, because you can use these figures, these kind of rewards you can give to your customers. For example, like reward cards, giving free gifts. Reward card means, for example, like airlines, they are giving some kind of they are giving free air tickets. There are sometimes for the customers we call free air miles. Sometimes Subway or some restaurant they are giving some kind of free like a coupon they are giving to have some kind of a small things like free ice cream, a free snack, a small like a Pepsi or something, a Coca-Cola or something. Those reward cards they are giving, and also free gifts they are giving sometimes from Amazon, and also they are giving like a Kindle book, like they're giving like a free. They purchase something like they are giving free books or free movies. Amazon, you buy the Amazon Fire Stick, it's like that. Sometimes Netflix they are giving some kind of free gift like that. So it always is like that. Always give you some kind of free of charge, which always build in the retention with the customer free. And also charitable donations, that's also the nice thing, like customers, because these things they are recently checked in 2019 2020 papers in Edexcel. These are checked. They're asking what are the things that they can do to increase the customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction. They ask these points in state questions, especially the case study large business in 2020 paper. They ask from the Emirates case study, what are things that can give you to increase their customer satisfaction. So you can talk about the free gift, like a free air miles, free tickets there, people who actually like often like passengers, you can give those things according to application, according to the case study, you can write these things. And so charitable donation, this is another case study called the bakery case study. And in that case study they want to their social enterprise, so they are giving like a free food, for example the food leftover they are giving every day to the charities and everything. That's because they don't want to waste their food, called waste not scheme, and they are doing recycling things and all, thinking about the environmental concern, animal welfare, and thinking about the charities and everything. And also I can have a partnership deal, which means that organization can have a good deal they can mix with the, for example, with the credit card company, let's say 50% off or 40% off in your vacation, right? And also some business set up the deals with other businesses to share the cost and benefit of rewarding customer loyalty. Like American Express linked up with the social media platform Twitter so that customers could link their credit card to Twitter and get discounts like that. So this kind of things, they call partnership deals. Example, if you visit this hotel and if you use this credit card, you can get the discount. Like it's called custom, like a deal, partnership deal. Two companies get together, make like a deal, and they're giving, it's like a win-win concept. Hotels like a credit card offer for hotel also increase their sales, and credit card company also increase their revenue. Then both of them actually get more advantages. So you can see this case, the case study activity number 1. With that, we can actually wind up this session. Look at this very important activity. Intercontinental Hotels Group. Sri Lanka also we had this kind of Intercont hotel, but it's now known as a Kingsbury Hotel. The Intercont Hotel is a multinational hotel chain with well-known brands such as a Holiday Inn and Crown Plaza. Intercontinental has a Candlewood Suites, and also this group operates about 4,600 hotels over 100 different countries, and it offers a customer loyalty scheme called the IHG Reward Club. And these are the benefit of that IHG Reward Club. What are they getting? And that's called accumulation of point of miles, which can be exchanged for bookings, and exclusive rates when staying in hotel, extended checkout times, dedicated customer service phone assistant, customer hotline, and no restriction when booking or reward nights, free internet during stays, free Wi-Fi. I think most of the hotels, they are giving free Wi-Fi. So IHG Reward Club also has different membership levels through which the customers can progress. The higher level offer more attractive reward, that's they call VIP level, based on the high net worth category. They have different, that's called like a price discrimination. It's another technique that in pricing we are talking, that in the different prices in market segment, based on the income of the customers, they can have different price ranges from everyone. And members with the elite status, that means rich people are entitled to complimentary upgrades at hotels, VIP things like VIP lounge in presidential suites and like all that, like a luxury villas and all. So question they're asking, what is meant by customer loyalty scheme? So it's a scheme, a program arranged by this organization or Intercont Hotel to retain the customer with their business, and this will lead to customers or the stay, they want to increase their stay, or they want to come again and again, they want to make them use again and again their hotel chain. And second question asking, describe one, because outline one important benefit of IHG using IHG Reward Club. Because of this reward scheme, customer is a method of making customer loyalty, customer relationship. So as a result of that, you can have more benefits because of these things. Customers will attract to stay in their hotels, and as a result of that, the revenue will increase of the business organization. That's an important benefit because they're giving special chances for their elite customers, that means like a high net worth people, to spend this money, and on their like a main important like a VIP service they offer. That means we can attract more luxurious customers to spend their vacation on their hotels. Okay, so that's called the customer like no, the mainly this case is really important, intercontinental hotel, right? Okay, so today we'll wrap up the lesson. I summarize the lesson that what are things that we discussed, very important topics we discussed in this lesson. We talk about the importance of marketing management, and there we talk about, first of all, what is meant by the market. Market is a set of arrangement where buyers and sellers can interact with them, and there are certain market types. Are there consumer good market, service market, housing market, commodity market, and all. And marketing definition is there. Marketing is a managerial process of identification, anticipating, and satisfying customer needs and wants profitably. Look at this definition, please highlight, and you can memorize this definition. Key three words are IAS. Don't forget, I repeat again, identification, for identifying, anticipating, and satisfying. And talk about the customer needs and requirement, how to satisfy customer, how to build the relationship with the customer. Customer is a key to any business successfulness, right? So to earn, generate more money, customers should visit to their hospitals, customers should visit to their hotels, schools, whatever the business organization. Without customers, business will fail eventually. So these are the methods of building relationship I told you. Say thank you. Know your customers very well. Connect regularly, and build trust. Take complaints seriously, and personalize the communication. And finally, talk about what are the methods that you can keep your customer loyalty, to retain their customer loyalty. Retain means keep something, continue to have something. So reward card system is there. You can use reward card systems like businesses like cafes, airlines. They're using this method already. Supermarkets, like they are, for example, let's say John Keys Hotel in Sri Lanka, say Keys Hotel called Nexus card system, and Food City Hotel they call Food City loyalty card, Apico loyalty cards. So many supermarket, Walmart, the Walmart loyalty cards are there. Tesco loyalty card system, reward card systems are there. If you're a loyal customer, they will give you some discounts and offers for the loyalty cards, and those price points you can reward and everything you can waive off again the discount, and you can have, so every transaction they collect some star points for the card, and these kind of systems are there. And also free gift system. So all the business organizations sometimes they are, especially like food restaurants and stuff, they are giving free gifts. Even Amazon and some online businesses also they are giving free gifts for you if you're a regular customer. Is important. It's like Kinder Joy, the chocolate they are giving so small, like a gift, also like a toy for the children. There's another marketing thing. Free gift and charitable donation you can make that increase the PR of the business, the public relations with the people. Is not directly actually work with the customers, but normally customers might think, okay, it's a nice business, they are helping our community, they're helping this charity, like that they're thinking that goodwill, the reputation of the business will increase as a result of that. And also, guys, you can see the partnership deals we talk about. The partnership deals mean, giving kind of a business setup deals with other businesses, share their cost and benefit of rewarded loyalty, like American Express link with the social media platform like Twitter, and then saying link their credit card with the Twitter and get discount to certain items by special offers. These kind of things are very, very popular nowadays in this century than ever before. These are the methods that we talk about. Think about these things in your business. If you're a businessman, think about how can you introduce these things in your business and improve your sales volume, increase the customer satisfaction, and how can you become a business success at the end. So at the end, we talk about the Intercontinental Hotel Group, this case study. We talk about how customer satisfaction is important and about their scheme called IHG for the reward clubs program. They are making the retention their customers. Talk about this thing. Okay. So my next session will talk about the market product orientation and also market share calculation things. That's really important. Like calculations are coming nowadays in MCQ questions. The market share calculations. There are so many plenty of questions are there in Edexcel papers, Cambridge papers, and then niche market, mass market definitions. We're going to talk about. So interested people, watch my next episode. Then Ferrari, we talk about that case study. What's going on in Ferrari these days, and then their global marketing and how to respond to changes in the market, like changing consumer needs, what is mean by trend and fashions, how to business respond to those trends and fashions and things, and also changing like a customer, the consumer spending patterns and everything I talk about, and like this kind of a case, and also increase competition, what kind of things happen as a result. So this imports of market lesson will be, we're going to continue in my next session also. So everyone, thank you very much for hanging out with me. See you next one in next episode. Have a nice day.